matete, but me drew police the posada no. And I mean who?
Oh, police are down now. Na do I see my police for no?
Yeah.
Oh, when we win town.
Oh, well, now me compare the na police for hanchimi antum. Damn party why wild. You won't share why you mistake now kon nam depo. Now if you
I am say the Katiako friend Ampare.
I'm telling you. It me pay me ho asem. You. E dey wa friend me program. It will be to me ho.
Program as I'm by
ASP mouth but I saw
with your naked eyes.
La. And you know, because President Mills had a certain vision like this.
Okay.
But he didn't see the light of day. So if Nanado has done it, not in Achim, not in Ebuakwa,
not in the Kuapem,
but for the Ghana Police Service. Abba. The complex. Over
320 houses.
Flats, units, living units. With recreational facilities. Swimming pool, park, basketball court, blah, 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 blah. Allah, babaka. I mean, it is transformational. It is transgenerational. And you say that if Anyidoho, I see a thing like this, say me NDC ninti. Why? How can we move the country forward if we refuse to give credit where credit is? Why? Now one of our MPs, sitting MP, a parliamentary candidate, a sitting NDC MP, I say, Koko. Sasema ye flag bearer kaipa mum die. Abba. Baby, I make constituency or me book constituency for safe reasons. But me wo because of mobile
money
interoperability, thank you. Not done for or a campaign or a short.
That's all bueno.
And I need to be UK. Straight from UK onto the phone.
I believe so.
I mean, how can we on earth say that we are not benefiting from digitalization and technology? Chomama, how can you convince me that it is that Bawumia is wasting his time talking about digitalization?
You are not MP.
Abba.
What?
Abba. What are you talking about? Fact is that voters are interested in ethnicity and a religion. You're the least. Yeah, ethnicity and religion are the least.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Ethnicity and religion don't matter to voters. What voters are interested in are three key areas. The character, and
the buying.
Listen, Keka, messenger or the tuja. And now some message,
send ye wouldn't part with
and now send a message, a dream shakai.
Baba, dachi.
A woman said, yes, a woman said, come the but in dini nine. Dear Nierima, Yeria, my children, Oba, also whom by Banfaso. Potoka say, the transformational and the transgenerational agenda. You see, because 32 years of the Fourth Republic. 1616. Parliament is evenly divided, 137. Now, God has also made it such a way that the two political parties have two gentlemen of northern extraction leading the political. Ebin So, that's another point Mahama is forgetting. That today, if Volta region is warming up to Bawumia, Emri bi etwemu anka obetumi propaganda akonanti Volta say when we yen nuanom akanfo no won pay enoughness ne won aibefo
fasem a blue
mal lomia papa jogbeto fa a bluto sa propaganda ne na eye adwuma Emri bi etwem
papa.
But even when you do it, it is not true. Because mention Anglogani.
Asawasini.
I'm telling you. Asawasini Anglogani.
You.
Mention
you.
If you have occupied an office before, you value the office. So President Mahama, you've been vice president before. If you have issues even with Bawumia, Don't you value the office that he's occupying? I know didn't attempt. Why? Why? If you throw the ball to the wall, it comes back to you.
Mema etiefo ne ahwefo nyina akwaba edeba koda media TV so samiri. Medi dikachiri eja ya udi asempa dwumadi a wato ne din kirikirem na metena gwama medi hu tiame na mema saa nkiremu ne de matiefo ne ahwefo ba bi obibia obiara se na medi nkanka no oba na wa subscribe to Koda Media TV na wabeka busua kese ne ho na dwumadi diguso no na wa share na wa like na wonu bi nso enya bi atie. And then, Omampani John Dramani Mahama says, "Wanyin sang or yaw, you. When you more yaw, aka crana wow, tea, Framampu bo, no said you be a haban was so as or yaw. Na saw yawi, and I in your Anyidoho. Also, person my inch, the muka cra. Na okem ribika cra fat. Omampani or yawana, Ujina babia, na otto, a yampia, we did yatem rough. Na opening the anchor opening, and yes, Suban Nasa. Ukutai sanse ne obeka biara mofra bi di wachinti ususu se ne obeka bia ye asempapa nti nipa bi besua biribi afi wo nchen sebe ne yawo ye no so eya kire bone nti yenko ne yenkutie ne yenua kwaku Anyidoho se ne osi kire the word stupid sebe omampani dada okai no ase na etiefo nti
yebedidi ahemfo atem yebedidi asofo no atem yebedidi imam fo atem yebedidi obi atem sisi ade. I can't pronounce the word, but I will spell it. S-T-U-P-I-D.
What's a stupid?
Good. Now, what's the dictionary meaning of stupid? Yeah, let me just try and Google and see. We'll get some of the synonyms of stupid.
Hey. You. Koda Media TV so and with
having, and this is the dictionary. Oxford
Dictionary, the meaning of stupid.
As an adjective. Having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense.
That's all the back I can't that's will be an argument from one nyansa.
Good. Then as for the synonyms, ignorant, dense, brainless, mindless, foolish,
dull-witted,
slow-witted, witless, dunce-like, simple-minded, empty-headed, vapid, peak. Saka Sanona or the boss sitting vice president. Or the boss sitting vice president, or they call social media users so.
You
that people just sit on social media
and write stupid things.
Thank you. I'm so make say idea we are here. Say social media.
Social media.
Inti yenyina.
Eja me kura make ho.
Ukan u produce account. One watch Koda TV around the world.
Wo nyina account.
Wo comment wo nyina wo
me director account.
So former President Mahama, if you say that Bawumia is not at your level, we are now understanding the level you are talking about. Because the man is still the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. He's not only the flag bearer of the MPP, but he's our sitting vice president. And where the vice president pay?
You.
Is that how you are treating the seat that you once sat on? Why are you doing that? This is the Republic of Ghana. Why are you doing that to the Republic of Ghana?
And Adibi Krasa Mihuni say, hey, political leader, Kasabia Bekambia or Monday.
As an anecdote, former President Rawlings, Edru Baby Anna Uchabo, President Mills, Uchabo President Mills, and NDC party from Penin Fubi on 2 different occasions for Freme. Anyidoho. And then now Honor, founder, Uchabo President, sir. Now, Director of Communication, Presidential Spokesperson.
Oh, you're
good. What you want anything? And now Honor, founder, Uchabo President, and now Honor, Massa. But could you frame me by around 10 o'clock in the morning, or say by midday? I want you to go after Rawlings. Hey, go after Rawlings, finish him. Another one so free. Me go after Konedu. Me we na me say. I'm say yes sir. Eja barracks boy. Yes sir, no sport work. And I'm say yes sir. But I knew I wouldn't do it. It me we na me call president ho. Me frustro me call ho. America say me frustro. It means that my office was below.
That's right. No was through.
It won't say na me office penny office.
What's ubio than penny work on
good until now me stop Mahama from entering the president office. It's all I mean, come on. It's just So I went to see the president. Me born a man and say, hey, Tenasi. Long and short. What's the cocoa? Akuya me Tenaso. Me the aseda and matredi ampo. I was ruy. Ne bano. Yen nipa dasane atiase for asasi so. First person I me the aseda be manano. Jerry Rawlings. Do you know why? Me say, I think I know, but can you please tell me? I said, yes, Koku. I was senior to Rawlings in Achimota School. And you, Koku, you also attended Achimota School, so you know. I was in Cadbury House. Rawlings was in Gaggisburg House. I was in 6th Form when Rawlings came to Form 1. I saw Rawlings enter Form 1 in Achimota School. Koku, I'm a senior. I wanted to join the academy, military academy. If I had gone, I would have been a general in the army.
Okay.
And Rawlings would be saluting me. I'm older than him. I'm a professor. But Koku, you see, God in heaven, in his infinite wisdom, made Rawlings president of the republic. And Rawlings made me his vice president in 96. And then Soweto Declaration in 1998 endorsed me to take over leadership of the NDC. I didn't get the presidency immediately. But if after years God has made me president, God forbid that I, Koku, will go after Rawlings. So you never go after Rawlings. The people who want you to go after Rawlings, Koku, they can see your star shining and they want to destroy you ahead of time. The day you insult Rawlings, that is the end of your political career. Never do it. And I thank President Mills. So, I am worshiping. I am appreciating. Good. That's what is keeping me going.
Wow.
I'm not worshiping a dead body. But as a father, as a teacher, as a friend, Obi on far phone and Kasa far phone, a friend and Opebi in 2004, Koku, I beg you, can you please come and work for me? I was gainfully employed as head of Treasury and Finance at the then Metropolitan and Allied Bank, the first private commercial bank in Ghana, a Malaysian-Ghanaian collaboration. The executive chairman was the late Mr. Alex Ashagbo, two-time governor of the Central Bank. I was his executive assistant before I moved to the Treasury and Finance Department. Sebe, na common dinipa. But while doing that, we're also doing NDC. Committee. That's how, of course, President Moses, I knew him in Lagos. But the man identified something in me. I say, Jesus Christ, Fred, Peter, John, Shameful, Bartholomew, Luke, no more. None of them was a poor person. None of them was jobless. In fact, if you've gone to Israel, like I've been there graciously, and you walk along the Sea of Galilee and the shores of Galilee, even today, it's a port city. So to be a fisherman in those days and to own a canoe and fishing net, Peter and Co were very rich. They were rich men. But come, I'll make you fishers of men. It's a calling. So I got a calling and I resigned from the bank honorably to pursue politics full time, apart from my student days. But the point I'm making is that, so if President Mills will not insult Rawlings.
No, mantis why you will be there.
Intina, Mr. Nante, so echo President Akufo-Addo. I'm a company chosen. Papa, Akuya na Otinasono. What done for President Mills? What Tinaso pay? Asumdwe Pakaya Poto. And this was in 2020. How did I get there? Yes, Sir John. Ne yase. Ewo no. Ewo 2020. I'm in home baby. Mwesi. Our rebellion. Sir John.
Sir John.
Ewo home. Like what? This is Where they're going to bury Sir John?
General Secretary.
No, Debbie. Yeah, at that time, no, he was CEO of Forestry Commission.
Okay.
Now we Jumana to all. And I'm saying, if Sir John can be buried in this edifice, what about Asumdwe Park? I will beg Nanado. When I get the opportunity, I didn't know how I'll get the opportunity. I will beg Nanado, given the opportunity. The power of the spoken word. Honum na eja, ena obi bae. I've never met the person before. And since that day, I've not seen the person again. Yes. And honestly, buy. Hey, General, Uni. Hey, ukra. Hey, Mr. Matisse, about dingo, baby, says, Diana Cosson, I'm so, Bibi, and so, maybe Sir John, a yinam, just a memoir, Minyayanka, President Mills, on also, idea. I want to say, who obey you to a number? Let me see the mini bedu number. With the Bemao. Or Mammy Bedio to number. I didn't have Bedio to's number. Secretary to the President. Master, I sent Bedio to a text. Within 1 day, he had replied. Another 2-3 days, give and take within 5 days, Bedio to had arranged for me to see the President. If I tell you also that the way Sani Pano, Amishanu no, or Mammy Bedio to number, up to a me after that arrangement, I Bedio to a me President, up to today. Many Bedio to Casabio.
Wow.
And then say, Oda Yare Pemu US. Yankopon Emana Yare. I've not seen him again. I'm telling you, on my Bible. That's how I got.
It's a divine intervention.
I'm telling you, that's how I got audience with the President. And this same issue of respecting Akonya Watena Soda. So I was able to convince the President that Akonya Watena Soda, Wadam for Swatena Soda, me Paucho, Asumdwe Park Yeniye Mai. Osiko could consider it done. Is that all you want? Ejaya. What could share President now? When bisa V8, when bisa V6, when bisa Prado,
V7,
when bisa V7 na V9 na V10, when bisa oil block.
What's that? Some and pay.
And oh yeah. Now the point I'm making is that if you have occupied an office before, you value the office. So, President Mahama, you've been vice president before. If you have issues even with Bawumia, don't you value the office that he's occupying? I never didn't attempt. Why? Why? If you throw the ball to the wall, it comes back to you. So, that office that you occupied before, is that the office that you are denigrating so much? Because of political power? And you are on tape. Wankasa, Usha Sofonomo, Emribi.
You.
Usha Wambo? Sawu. Unfatem Didier in your politics. And I'm a boy. Unsa video. Can we produce our crank or boy?
You.
Usha Wambo.
Na mame kranso kajina kojina baby say. Se obi so ba yawo sa political
What in an amount for Munya? Na go say yen.
Mame na sambo kan no. So wo. You.
Yeah, one boy at least young mammy.
You. And na new besides it, na mamma no not what to say. John, your man for no cancer na say no nim. And I say, or your mammy. Because mammy say, what one carbes and you in sin chain.
I saw your grandma. Or your grandma.
She's your grandma taping my.
Yes. Or in an animal.
No, I only go quite.
Oh, that is too much. It's too much. And then they expect, say, Coco, you do baby a medry. It may be radio to say, be defending the indefensible. Say, yes, in the NDC into God forbid, me, yes, sir.
Oh,
that be me, yes, sir.
Na kwa rasia could do treating ya di ube chankuntum.
Exactly, I can't do that. I cannot sell my conscience on the altar of partisan politics. No, I won't do that.
Enti etiefo na ahwefo yare hwehwe grandma asemo kan for ya hono na ya bo matiefo ne ahwefo ahwehwe dwumadi na yegusu nkyeremu ne yede ma etiefo ne ahwefo me guest no yegusu yedi twetwenkoma eye opani Koku Anyidoho, former Deputy General Secretary for the National Democratic Congress. What's what one party? Congress. NFA, one time secretary to the former president, late Mills, nti kwaku ni atwerɛtwerɛ de wɔsɛ kwaku de pensi paper so a na paper no kora pɛ baabi aguan afa nti ama tiefo pɛ wasɛm papaapa NFA CEO Professor Mills Institute ɛna anɔpɛ yi yɛne no twetwe nkɔmmɔ na yɛsusu sɛ political party fo mpanimfo a nɛ wɔforo apa gyina so na wɔkyerɛ ne ɛsɛ sɛ wɔyɛ na afei ɛdan ɔyaw a na mmɔfra na wɔdi akyiri nso wɔbɛsua den ana ɛsiane sɛ nansan a wɔde drip machines yi baa yɛn ɔmampanyin dada John Dramani Mahama kan se ɛyɛ aban sika ɛna wɔde atɔ enti ne party members sɛ wɔde mfiri ne kɔ na mo ahu sɛ MP ana sɛ Nana Adonam Kwakufu Addo ana Bawumia mfonin bia tare machine ho a monwae mfi ho nesan so ɔyɛ political leader ni ntino mmɔfra no wagitum na manchi no ahyew bebree bai ɛyɛ asesoa na esi twitwa wɔn ho sekan ne nnua ne ade na esi wɔn fante ɛna wɔfrɛ no dɛn na esi wɔ sare mu na ohwɛ na ɛne yɛ nyan enti sɛ former president etimi gyina paso no ka sɛ obi stupid na asene dai momyenko tie nea ye maame Jane opoku adwuman eka fa oya ho
na ya ko na nya attendee o sa attendee some man a anka Ghana he any problem ana ye di atem no di ye di emfa ya nkosi hwe ansa sa hwe ama potholes no ama akwan ya nye ne ye ama nsu ameka ho ama schools ameka ho ama airport papa bi ameka ho ama habo ama ameka ho ama manfo asumanjwo na ye ya ne se ya kire mofra no kasa enyefe na amfata yen enti no de ena ye yes nche obi a odi atam na chese wonya serious won pa de papa ye enti wo no wo de atena nchen
yo na nia ye maame nana opoku adwuman eka fa oya wo ho bo politics a ne ye ne mpring o se ne anko oya wo ne de wonyi mfansi nchen na minnim se ne nua John asem na oreka na se nipa fufuru bi asem na oreka esan se ye nua John na sese de oya wo kachire no wabɔ no kakraka pa na so no na ode nam ene we ye den obeyaw wa ya asofo wa ya ni sefo ya na nanom mpanimfo wa ya wonyina nkramofo ne asofo mpanimfo nyina na no ato biara ene se na no wakoka se economy ho asem na yerka nti ni awo ne nam ne de na se stupid language na okotu America focus bi na okotu wi no so me say repeat sa asem kura na wa ha na te say stupid na pese o ka kire yewura Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia na no na akwakoye akyrebone bi de ama mmofra ene wodi politics achi sense opanyini no na ebesi wa no beba pe mmofra no besom na eda wonko ho na so wode nam eno ho asem na no pei ye de mu nkyiremu ma etiefo na ahwefo na eno akiri mpo no eni sefu kyese Dr. Bawumia yere ye fulani ni nti ma wonto aba emma ne kunu na wababa ye first lady neno wafakwaku what is asem no esanse na ne ha me ba ko ne se eni sefu mu empia owo adenta fulani ni kura ya na ne nua
one father one mother
you na woto abama no na mani age na adentina this is standing obey first lady ebe ha wadwene
well it just tells you
na say na we define name party congress no say everybody should come on board kotokoliu chambao buzangao ufi Cote d'Ivoire ufi hiu so far as constitution say wo Ghana ha before 1957 na we Ghana nende munyina momra na yenkan ye hombom na yemfa nsom Ghana fo ene National Democratic Congress na ne mai fulani fo no afim enso mu MP fulani ni Omampani unya fa hodi de ma Ghana fo eye osaje fo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah na yiri nya Ghana ni.
There be Fati anya Ghana ni.
Na yiri free Egypt.
Yeah, but he didn't stop Kwame Nkrumah from carrying out his vision. And a constitution, 1992 constitution, he found a watcher say,
one chiro baby, I say,
oh, whatever man on any
Untimin, vice president, and as Untimin the president. And I hono how make a crack. As I say, full and free.
In fact, Sakum Nkomo started. I've heard from some sources, said John Mahama has Fulani blood in him. Yes. So this, look, and I'm saying that there's a recent Afro-Barometer report compiled by CDD. 25th October, yeah, or the 12th bunting. 25th October, last week or last, yeah. Factors that voters are interested in: ethnicity and a religion. Yeah, the list. Yeah, ethnicity and religion are the list.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Ethnicity and religion don't matter to voters. What voters are interested in are three key areas: the character, and the
bang.
Listen, kika, messenger or the tuja. And now some message no.
Send ye woni pa dwene
And now send a message no a dream share kai.
Ye de baba daachi.
A woman say, yes, a woman say come the ene. But ye ndi ni nyina ene. Dear ni yerema, ye ya machirima no oba also humbe banfaso. Potoka say the transformational and the transgenerational agenda. You see, because 32 years of the Fourth Republic. 1616, Parliament is evenly divided, 137. Now, God has also made it such a way that the two political parties have two gentlemen of northern extraction leading the political. So, that's another point Mahama is forgetting. That today, if Volta region is warming up to Bawumia, Emri be a chemu. And ka obetumi the propaganda akonanti Volta say when we yen nuanom akanfo no. Won pe enoughness ne won aibefo.
Fasem. A blue
mal lomia papa. Jogbeto fa nyao. A bluto. Sa propaganda na eye adwuma emri bi atwam.
Papa.
But even when you do it, it is not true. Because mention
Anglogani. Asawasini.
I'm telling you. Asawasini Anglogani.
You.
Mention
you.
So it is just a certain seed that was put in some time ago. But otherwise it is not true. From my knowledge of Anglo culture, what's it sebe? Say asantini tofem and nyakupon mumfanchemi but one of the chiefs, I think there are only 2 or 3. I be who the between in nenia hwe munu no ansa na waye hu bibia eye awomafia. Okonfo not oba konfu chonochie and na adulterate
abayo konfu anochi enti nkanipa baako
because ofri nochie baby aye free e wo Togo mu
okay
ansa na ye migrate e de aba and o ye konfu anu wolai abluto o ye na nu wola ba konfu chonochie to konfu chonochie konfu anochi. So it is not true, but because of
politics
and the recent issues, no
propaganda.
Anka Bahama bet me ko jina Volta aka say me but ene Nyankopon ayama uni wunu ya.
If you egba blue torika magalan.
And na wo Mahama na ko ka santokwa no. E ka kire Bawumia say MPP na o din wo achi no. O wasting or say
we be use no ato watwene baby.
Oh. It enya dia MPP fo be fan flag bearer da. Who can say same way? And then people say, oh Mahama. Yate. And it's what offer Bawumia. And now Bawumia by into me, Bawumia will not campaign, will not do any campaign.
You
campaign
more director of communication.
Ono the same penny phone the can and also can be.
Sami Jenfi. What's the whole Bawumia? MPP phone nim na we Bawumia. Ye the answer be gu ye ndem fam.
Easy chop.
Campaign ye bi.
And na easy chop.
What's the fala?
Easy chop no na afi. Atomo.
Fifiri to akwabaran hwirim.
And na tase na atem didie. So where are you going? So my brother, times have changed though. It is our propaganda. Say yes, you and a minimum pair I before no one pair a northness once and assessor. So if you don't find a modern message, a transformational and a transgenerational message, I will say, you are going to have issues. Look, yesterday I followed. And I'm following because it is worth following. Dr. Bawumia Shia, some youth groups.
In Kumasi.
And good. Interacting. Obi de or any day Obukum complex. No problem. Not Bawumia in it. But a critical issue that the youth were discussing was digitalization. I mean, that is what is happening in their age and in their time. That is what they are identifying. None of them said it is useless. What can I say? Data is expensive. Internet connectivity is poor in certain areas. And so how are we going to improve internet connectivity? How are we going to have access to cheaper data? So they identify with the message. So he's connecting. Not see you've connect. And he's connecting. What they will say, internet want to me find kinky. Technology want to me find kinky. Want to me find chill. Enchinam. Want to me find yambeko. Inti inkrafo mbungu. But Ejaya, let me just tell you that I still feel sorry for John Mahama. Why?
Anything?
About this whole technology and digital revolution. Why? It didn't start with Bawumia.
Okay.
John Mahama, you were deputy communications minister under Rawlings, became information minister.
You
worked under Edward Salia, Spiogabra, and co. Eja, who doesn't know that it was under Jerry Rawlings? And they start using phone booth, com centers, space phone. Yes, I need a friend.
You.
What this Motorola phone
Buzz.
Phone it is a weapon.
And you Tigo
Buzz. Space phone. One Celtel. Jason.
You. Now office or pick file.
You sabi town.
Papa.
So, John Mahama, if you are not bitter and you are not angry, you should be the one mounting a certain high horse and saying, Dr. Bawumia, what you are doing, we started it. You are only building on it. Is that not the case?
You.
So let him know that he's not the master and the champion of digitalization. And also
you.
But because you are so ungrateful, and you know that if you go back to that era, you have to go and give credit to Jerry Rawlings.
Hey.
So he will not go back to that era. He will rather create the impression that digitalization is useless. But John Mahama, even the liberalization of the airwaves, it happened under Rawlings when you were information minister. Why can't you take credit for it? So what is technology? What is digitalization?
And I know you're feeding your core.
Thank you! Because you have locked yourself up. The strongholds that are keeping you down are bitterness, ingratitude. Bitterness, ingratitude. Bitterness, ingratitude. And an ego that is flying high. So you don't want to humble yourself and accept that ebinomu started and woba and ube yebi usube jai wako. Talking about nipa be yebi. Why? Just this Saturday, Madam Fo, ASP Samuel Mafu Congratulations to you. He just graduated as an ASP last week, Wednesday. It is or SDA. It is Saturday. Or Thanksgiving a year or police depot. And not two friend is a Mimbetina Gwemumano. Matito, but me drew police depot Sadano. And I mean who?
Oh, police are down now. Nana do I see my police for no?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to win town.
Oh, well, now me compare the na police for and chimi antum. Damn party why wild. You won't share why you mistake now for nam depo. Don't you?
I am going to say the Katiako friend and pare.
I'm telling you. It be pay me once. You. Hey, the friend me program. It will be to me or
program as I'm by
ASP mouthful but I saw
with your naked eyes.
La. And you know, because President Mills had a certain vision like this.
Okay.
But he didn't see the light of day. So if Nanado has done it, not in Achim, not in Ebuakwa,
not in the Kuapem,
but for the Ghana Police Service. Abba. The complex. Over
320 houses.
Flats, units, living units. With recreational facilities. Swimming pool, park, basketball court, blah, 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 blah. Allah, babaka. I mean, it is transformational. It is transgenerational. And you say that if Anyidoho, I see a thing like this, say me NDC ninti. Why? How can we move the country forward if we refuse to give credit where credit is? Baby, why? Senya Ebeka. Why? So the point we are making is that John Mahama, this revolution, it started, the digital revolution, it started under Jerry Rawlings. You are a beneficiary. How do you now tell me today? At least Nanado, Bawumia, I saw President Mills. What Begwema, won kita won phones. Uja won phones not to baby. But John Mahama seems to be so addicted to his phones that even in public, so how can you, Mahama, tell me that digital technology is not useful? No, that's the point I'm making. So what is this that you are laughing and sneering at Bawumia? And I'm saying that I heard him in this youth engagement. Also, the credit rating system. Not only say be next year. And now the beba. But Nyanko Payadum
November,
Thursday, 7th November. 7th November. So yeah, me yawda.
Okay.
Yawada. Yawada. This year I thought yawada. But me yaw da mami. 7th November. Yaudida. Thank you. Yaudida. Thank you. Because 7th November, 4 years ago.
Now hero bano.
Na me frame bano. My little girl, Sichope. So this 7th November. Sichope Ablavi. Mivomau Anyidoho. But hey, we can't continue crying and weeping. So on 7th November this year, at least I'll remember going forward. I'll remember, say, apart from remembering my daughter,
Bawumia,
and that credit scoring system, people are talking about the economy. How can you say that system is not linked to the economy? It's about having access to credit. Having access to credit. That when you are rated and you are scored in a certain way, you are walking around with credit cards. And there's a difference between a credit card and a cash card. For now, we're using cash cards. We're using cash cards. When I give you
money, give me.
Or when I even give you a card, you are pressing and I'm pressing, it takes the cash. But this one with the credit one, you may not even have the cash. But because you are credit worthy, you can still have access
to whatever you want.
You can go on holiday, you can own, what do you call it?
Travel through the country.
So when you go abroad, nipa bakukita credit card is 4-5.
Skeguso.
Who free Ghana account, who now kita cash.
You.
Yeah, now kita $100 bill, $200 bill. Omo uses African.
Entina abranti bi kan say, won call London. Na won hu so bi sika da fam da.
Well,
what's on yes cow firm? Because you know card so.
Actually, it's true. Well, when I was schooling there, I used to do car washing, valeting, as part of my holiday job. I know the Ubenya coins kakra. Depending on
who you there.
But Abba, so when you £1, £5, what that be because on kita cash. On kita cash.
You.
So now no dey see adabraka haya. Uncle for it's because they knew that there was cash there. So the cash itself tempts people to rob and steal.
When?
Enti ye mama no ma wo ye kenke no oton fish. Otumi ye mumu. Now one of our MPs, sitting MP, nye parliamentary candidate, a sitting NDC MP. I say, Koko. Sa se ma ye flagbearer akai pa mum die. Aba. Baby, I make constituency. I mean, constituency for safe reasons. But me wo because of mobile
money
interoperability. Thank you. Not done for or a campaign or short.
That's all bueno.
And I need to be UK. Straight from UK onto the phone.
I bet so.
I mean, how can we on earth say that we are not benefiting from digitalization and technology? John Mama, how can you convince me that it is that Bawumia is wasting his time talking about digitalization?
You are no MP.
Abba.
What
are you talking about? Because how ewa bruchery. Ababrese ewa bruchery. I just was listening to VOA this morning when I was coming here. In Spain, what's your friend a flash slide has killed over 200 people. I'm a walking, the king of Spain, or I could visit a disaster site no, or a parable that he didn't act on time. Recently, floods in Eastern Europe. Hurricane Helene. US. And another for other hurricane, you know. Entafo. Penny na kakra. For days, no light in states, not even one state, states. So, who says that there aren't natural disasters and suffering? And then US na boys to be to a center no kunipa. Woko school no kunipa. Ghana hina na eda sade no Ghana.
Classmate.
Debi hina no sade no Ghana. So that we're talking about. The only difference is that there are systems in place. There are systems in place. And the systems is linked to technology.
Yes.
So when you do the thing, they can catch you. Now, this boys here call here Yadabrakadi. And opai meshe. What's it? We're locating Kano Washama baby.
Wow.
And I'm a boy.
Yeah, because cameras are around.
Thank you. Because there's now cameras all over, and you have what you call a command and control center at the police headquarters. So, John Mahama, you've been chairman of the police council before. How can you tell me that digitalization is not helping to fight crime in Ghana?
Therefore, we should let it to Kenke.
Come here, you link it to Kenke. But even the Kenke woman, doesn't she do mumu?
He does.
Doesn't she do mumu?
She does.
Doesn't she use Uber?
She do Uber.
So what are you talking about? That because she cannot use computer to fry the fish,
Papa,
so she's not benefiting from digitalization.
Why are you absent-minded person?
What are you talking about?